this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. On one sideline, we've got to look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. These guys hoping that one loss last week doesn't become two here. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Kate Scott and Brock Ewer on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And off we go from Denver. He fields it from the 8. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, that plays a clean ball.
Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. Pass him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down. Handoff to the back. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action with Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. 3rd and long for Nix. Nice caught. He's got Lamb. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. that's a Vegas first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This one finds Thornton. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
The gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. The handoff on 3rd and short. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
They'll throw it here on first. All the left side. And he's tackled for no gain. The rookie out of Washington making that tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. He has room past the 25. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. And Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Making some progress here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll run here on 1st down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nick Snad, a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, third and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Dive play straight ahead. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Las Vegas first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. Shoots away from one. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another one caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Las Vegas first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Sticking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
This one misses the tight end, and that brings up 4th and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Massey's kick is good, and that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He'll take this at the 10. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll get you back to Denver in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Here's Darian Porter in on the stop.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Nick's looking to throw. Side by Nakua. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's a design boot. Complete right side to Washington. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
Gain of a yard.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They take the handoff. Now Nix. It's taken in by Washington. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. We'll send him over right.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Nix with it on 1st. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6. At the Raiders.
They'll throw again. Nix. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hand off now from the gun. It's inside the 10. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got it blocked up front, receivers got a block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 14. Raiders 10.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Has a man on target to Thornton. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
17. Broncos 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
He made the most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry. Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Nix from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Nix trying to sneak it. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Cake. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Raiders to receiver Dante Thornton Jr. out and ready for their next series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumped off to his running back. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd. He's got it inside the 25. Now after reeling in the deep shot, though, he looks to be in some pain. Must have been banged up somewhere along that play. We're going to take a pause as he gets worked on. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On 1st down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
They'll try and punch it in. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Nix now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll get this forward to about the 28. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Raiders and receiver Dante Thornton Jr. out and ready for their next series. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw out of the gun. That man over the middle, it's Bowers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's in the first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And off here to Mixon. And just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Will finding his back. Mixon. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He's going to throw it again. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Ravens in the AFC North. And this is the Ravens wideout. Playing like street football. Everyone go deep. And this time, it works. This will be an 83-yard catch and run for the touchdown. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts wideout. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. 58 yards for the score. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And here's the Saints running back. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Saints will not finish the year winless. Congratulations to them and their fans. It was quite a wait, but they get their first win. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Fields this one at the 3. This makes it up to the 25. The Raiders to the receiver Dante Thornton Jr. now ready for their next series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Sending them on the dive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up.
Oh, the football's loose! And the Broncos corral it! That return finally ends, Brock, as they take it all the way back into the red zone.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting them off the field with the takeaway, but they had a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos bring the game back to level.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air and now 2 touchdowns on the ground, it's just been a difference maker.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take the lead on that successful kick. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. Escapes a defender. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Lowered back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So a stoppage here for an injured player, and this is not good. Brock Bowers in some discomfort. The medical staff headed to him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
To the air on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Give now to the running back. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st down from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down to almost, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Nix off the play action. Puckett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. What a difference it can make for an offense. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. They've got a man in motion. Nix from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead to 7. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8.
Broncos 35, Raiders 27.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Las Vegas, first down.
First down, play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And they'll throw third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up fourth and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Looking to throw. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
It's a quick way to St. Brown. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's back to throw. That one complete to St. Brown. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bass's kick is good. And that gets them back within 5.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos, the receiver Puka Nacua, back out to take possession. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses. But things looking better now as they've got this lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Nix with it on 1st. Connects on the crosser. He has room past the 25. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
3 quarters in the books from this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. To the air now on 1st and 10. It's Bowers with another catch. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back-to-back carries here. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses, good play callers, know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Have to pick up the pace offensively as they go hurry up.
It's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal, back to throw. Dump off, caught by his back. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders trim the deficit down to 5.
42, Raiders 37.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Bronc. A response in order as they take over. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10.
Play action with Nix. Pressure coming, and they take him down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps. Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raiders to receiver Dante Thornton Jr. out and ready for their next series. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down. Handoff now out of the gun. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
He'll throw it. It's complete. This is Bowers. There he goes on the right side. Brock Bowers. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down Denver. We've set it down from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Blown back gets the handoff. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Get some space around midfield. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nix now to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Handoff to the back. He takes it ahead for a healthy 70 yards. It's third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Got a man. That's Nakua. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on first down.
Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down for 26-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
2nd and 10. At the
Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here he is to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Setting up to pass. He's got a man left. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup.
16 yards.
That's a Vegas 1st down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Las Vegas.
And that's clocked with 9 seconds left. Time for maybe a couple of plays. All still sitting on that 14-yard line. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. And he's got it! He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left!
Touchdown!
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered. Extra
point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Broncos 49.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.